here's another video of Hey Mike.
What's up with that pin? I hope my glasses aren't crooked.
No.
I look goofy, but anyway.
We got out the list this time, in case you
Yeah,
gotta
the
refer
list
to
I was
something.
talking about a little while ago.
Yeah.
So
What are you going to show us today?
well, we got some Strikemaster pins, some laminated pin company, Bomac, Strike Action, and a Catskill King.
All right.
The reason I have some of these together is because they are related. Related, I think.
Ah.
So, first off, we got the Strikemaster, the Mustang Hide Company out of Washington, New Jersey. There's another label version prior to this that is a circular label, same color scheme. It says Strikemaster in it, has that in the center. 3 stripes. There's a bowling alley in California that has one of these on their shelf, and I need to go in there and try to get it. So
you need to break in there.
Well, I'm not going to break in there.
Well, how about talk to
I have
mechanic
connections there. I have
Okay,
connections.
good. Don't
hopefully,
say where.
I'm not going to say where.
It's
but,
in Utah, right?
It's in
Utah.
the Soviet Union.
Yeah, that's it.
So anyway, so here's the Strikemaster Mustang Hide Company.
What's on the back?
On the back, we got the
standard
60s, late 50s.
It looks like it's been
Eagle.
recoated.
No, this one hasn't. This one is brand new.
So they actually dipped the base.
Well, yeah,
something.
something happened. The base is kind of is crystallizing, so we don't want to drop it or throw it in a lane.
It's fragile.
It is fragile, yes. So you have the sorry, I'm dusty a little bit. Okay.
That's why we're getting them all down, so you can clean them.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, so that's the Strikemaster. Like I said, there's a label precedes it. This is permit number 59 on this one, which you can kind of see right there.
Okay.
So anyway, so there's that one. Interestingly enough, I have another Strikemaster, same ilk, but apparently Strikemaster leased pins. And leased them. And on the side, I don't have it out. I have it put up somewhere, but it says property of Washington Wood Products for lease.
Oh, wow.
Or something of that nature. So
kind of like leasing pin setters early on that happened, I guess, quite a bit.
AMF leased pin setters more so than Brunswick. Brunswick did too, but AMF did it more so.
The ones at Twin Lanes in Cleveland had lease counters mounted onto the deck lift shaft.
Yeah, that's right.
Which I got one, and it is functioning today on the pin setter in the garage.
There you go. So, a later version of the Strikemaster. They went to this all brown label, still the same as the older label. However, this pin is number 312. So this was much later. Washington Wood Products, I think they sold pins into the 70s.
Really?
So yeah, so this was the later version pin, and it has this eagle stamped. It's brown, that's brown, and that's brown.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was their label later on in life. My first running into one of these pins was in Durant, Oklahoma at Holiday Lanes. It was a 16-lane center, had old Model A's with the Brunswick deck shield, much like Robert's machine.
Moment of silence for Holiday Bowl.
Yes, it lives on in Palestine or Palestine, Texas, however you pronounce it.
Yeah.
Anyway, 16 of them do. Anyway, but that's where I got my first Strikemaster. Not this one, but anyway.
Very cool.
So, we have the next pin, the Mitco Action Pin. And the reason I have this with the Strikemasters is because, like an earlier segment, the Vivas pin was related to the Atlas pins and such, Bullseye pins, and the Action pin from Des Moines, Iowa. This one is permit number 312A. So, meaning Mustang Hide created this pin for the Mitsubishi Corporation, not the car, just so you know. But that's this one, and if you look on the back, the red eagle looks very similar to someone else's.
It does.
So anyway, yeah. So anyway, so this was 312A. So Mustang Hide Company made this pin for the Mitsubishi Company. So we move on to the LPC pin. It's permit number 64. This label kind of faded a little bit, but it kind of just forms this egg-shaped label. Egg-shaped label. I think they did.
3 times fast.
Yeah, I think they did one with a more round label earlier on. But LPC pins always kind of had these funny thick stripes, and then they had the eagle like this.
Okay, it's a regular stamp.
Right, it's a stamped
really
eagle.
low.
Yeah, one of the King coat pins had the eagles like this too. But yeah, however, the next one I present is the Bomac Magic Action.
Oh wow, that's a
or
cool
Strike Action, excuse me. The label reminds me of home plate on a baseball field, and it's a big, goofy label.
Is that recoated, or
No.
is that just because they dipped the base?
The base is, yeah. I don't know if they. I mean, anyway, yeah, the base is coated, whatever
Cool.
reason.
What's the permit on that?
64.
64,
Much like its LPC cousin, however you want to put it. But this says Bomac Incorporated, Strike Action, and this is 300 across it. It says plastic coated, nylon reinforced, weight controlled, permit number 64. And on the back, it's got that same bird.
Same exact bird as
Yes,
the other pin.
yes.
Okay.
So, and the thicker stripes, which was very common for the LPC pin.
Yeah, and the stripes are almost identical.
Yeah. So this one's kind of funny because the label's like takes over the whole front of the pin.
Right.
But it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
So
it is.
yeah. Last but not least, the Catskill King. My friend Dennis McNerney out in California, he's a pin setter mechanic out in the LA area, a very good one. He works at several bowling centers and he takes care of lanes of the rich and famous, I guess. But anyway,
The
he
rich
had.
and famous people out in California?
Yeah, there are.
Not
He.
as many.
Yeah,
days, but
right, true.
Another story.
He had this pin. He doesn't remember where he got it, but he gave it to me. And it's Catskill King plastic coated Catskill Wood Industries Incorporated. It's ABC permit 314. So this was a late plastic coated pin. So it came after these guys, the 312s here. Vulcan even had a 300 permit number Nile Tough. I want to say, I'll have to look that up. But anyway, this was out of, let me reference my list. This bad boy was out of New York State somewhere, I do believe.
New York City?
Well, Catskill King, those were mountains. The Catskill Mountains.
Right.
So, let's see.
Did it make
Catskill Wood Industries. It does not say what part of the country it is, but wherever the Catskill Mountains are, that's where this
Very
guy
cool.
came from. And on the back, it has a red bird with the letter F for, well, anyway. So that's the Catskill
F for
King.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and F for interesting find. Because I don't know how this pin ended up in California. It's crazy.
Well, it had many years to do it, so
Yeah,
somebody moved.
it's strange
Somebody
because you will find pins and it's like these Strikemasters. They ended up in Durant, Oklahoma, and from New Jersey, but
What salesman came all the way down to
Yeah,
Oklahoma and said, "Hey,
exactly.
buy my Strikemaster." They're like,
Exactly.
We'll take a set.
exactly. So
Cool.
anyway, so yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Well, thank you for the latest episode of Hey Mike, what's up with that pin? Here's a quick look at the ones we just covered, and we'll see you in the next video.
Definitely. Take care.
Bye.